What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about Stellar Blade and the pretty big day that it just had, kind of for two different reasons. Number one, the demo is now out for PC, and I think that caught a lot of people by surprise. I'm seeing a lot of, at least Twitter, it's definitely just one demographic there, but I've seen a lot of people saying, oh my dear God, what? And you're seeing a lot of people kind of jump in. There's no, you can't track that stuff, so you can't really see like if that's helping or if there's anybody actually playing it. Maybe it's just people typing it in their tweets and stuff, but you can actually go the top selling games on Steam. There's a lot of games I think are doing quite well right now, and Stellar Blade, it's not as high as I thought, to be honest with you, but I think it's rising. I think it's number 28 on the list, so not terrible, but getting closer and closer to June 11th, which is when it comes out on PC. I think you're going to see it rise quite high, and I wouldn't be shocked if it was at least in the top 3, top 2. You have Elden Ring taking its spot there right now. You got Oblivion still up there, Helldivers, the kind of some of the classics, and then some kind of recency, bias type games that are in the top 5, top 10 right now. So I imagine Stellar Blade's going to go up, but the demo is out. Seems like people are enjoying it. You can finally kind of see, right, like how you can push your rig, how powerful everything can go there. And then I would say the biggest thing, and I would actually say bigger than the demo itself, is the region lock issue has seemingly been cleared up. Now, I struggle, and I don't even know how, honestly, I'm going to title this at the end of the day, because it's like, is this game blocked in some territories? Yes, I actually think Russia, there's a couple of places that are still actually like inaccessible to get this game, but I think for the most part they have eliminated a lot of that region locking issue. When this game was available for pre-order, I think it was locked in the kind of the classic like 100 plus territories, and I say classic not necessarily even to be funny, just like we've seen it before, right? With the whole you have to be signed in on PlayStation, and some games have been a little bit more lenient, or PlayStation has been more lenient, on some games versus other games. This game really came down to that region locking issue, which has plagued other games, for all the Helldivers drama that occurred back in the day. Some of it was actually never really fixed, even though they said they were going to fix it. It was kind of just like empty words. So it seems like, considering their tweet, the demo is free to download in nearly 250 regions worldwide. That's the clue. Technically, in their tweet, they talk about the demo, they talk about how much, what they're actually, I guess, giving you in the demo, and the fact that you can carry it over to the full game. Very good. We kind of had a similar situation with when it came out on PlayStation, but it's that 250 regions that's kind of the clue, where it's like, it was not 250 regions yesterday, last week, last month, but even literally 24 hours ago. So that's a new thing, right? Lifting it. Ultimately, does it move the needle all that much? We'll see how the sales do for this game. As I said, in the last video I talked about with Stellar Blade, I think this game is going to do extremely, extremely well on PC. I can see it blowing up really for the second time, because I would consider it kind of for what it is. We're not talking about a game that sold 20 million units, but I think it was a smash hit, on PlayStation 5 for what, you'd be expecting of it, for what they'd be expecting. It definitely was a hit. So it's really cool to kind of see it have that second life, a year later, and to have that good news, kind of end the, well, maybe not end the trend like permanently, maybe truly it could just be a case-by-case, example, like Stellar Blade. I don't know, PlayStation's just letting it off easy. Other games might not have the same luxury, to do it. I really think it kind of depends, game by game, how strict PlayStation is going to be kind of with those PC requirements of logging in and region locking and all that different jazz. So we'll see if it does it for all games, or if this was just kind of a special situation. But regardless, it's still optically a very good thing for the game. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Make sure, as always, you're subscribed to the channel, bell icon turned on, and I hope to see you all on the next one.